Welcome everyone to my 5-minute tutorial on how to make a basic crochet granny square. What you'll need for this project are some scissors, a 4.5mm crochet hook, and any acrylic yarn. We'll first learn how to create a slip knot, so I'll grab the tail end of my yarn there, and I'm going to wrap it over the long end of my yarn. I'll cross them over like 1/2 of a bow and thread in the long side of my yarn right into the middle to create that knot. And then we'll pull up a loop, tighten, and insert our hook. Once our hook is in, we tighten as much as we can. Once that slip knot is nice and firm around our hook, we're ready to start our project.
Ready!
Now we'll learn how to make a basic chain, so we'll yarn over just like I did and pull through our slip knot very gently, and we pull up, and now we have completed our first chain. For this pattern, we're going to repeat this 4 times, so go ahead and yarn over, pull through a loop, and repeat 2 more times until you have 4 chains below your hook. Now, continuing our foundation of our granny square, we're going to slip stitch into that very first chain. So we're going to insert our hook, pull through a loop. Very importantly here, we have to pull through both of these loops. So adjust your project and pull through both, and you'll have that weird little shape right there. Now, continuing on our foundation, we have to identify the circle in the middle of the shape that we're going to be working all of our stitches into. Very important, it's right in the middle. And we're going to mark that with a stitch marker so it's easy to come back to. Moving on, we're going to chain 4 from here. If you need to remember how to chain or go through that tutorial again, you can go back to about 18 to 20 seconds in this video and rewind. Now we will learn how to double crochet, which is the most important stitch of this pattern. So we yarn over and insert our hook right into that circle that we marked, pull through a loop, and now we pull through 2 loops. So we're going to yarn over once, pull through the first 2 loops, and before pulling through again, we'll yarn over once more and pull through 2 loops. And now you've officially done your first double crochet. Your chain 3 counts as your first one, and we're going to be working clusters of 3. So work 1 more double crochet into that circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. In between each corner, we're going to chain 2, and we're going to repeat this so that we have 4 clusters with chain 2s in between each one. I'll meet you when you're done with those 4 clusters. This is what it'll look like once you've done those 4, and our next step after doing our final chain 2 is going to be the slip stitch into the 3rd chain of our first chain 3. So you'll see 1, 2, 3. That 3rd chain is going to be at the very top, so we'll insert our hook, pull a loop through, and pull through both of those loops on the hook. And there you go. That's the first round of your granny square. Continuing on, we're going to begin each row with a chain 3. And we're now going to stop working into that center ring and work into our corner spaces. So we have 4 corner spaces, and we're going to be making a cluster in each one. We'll start by adding 2 more double crochets so that we have a cluster of 3, and in each corner we'll work 3 double crochets with 2 chains in between and another cluster of 3 double crochets. So each corner gets 2 clusters. Important when we're passing over a set of clusters in the middle or working into a space that is not a corner, we're not going to chain 2. Go ahead and keep working this pattern into each of the corners, and I'll meet you when you're done for a quick slip stitch at the end. This should be your product at the end of working all those stitches, and we're going to join, like I said, at the last chain of our chain 3 with a slip stitch. We insert our hook, pull through a loop, and pull that loop through both of the loops on our hook. And there is your final product and your granny square. Thank you so much for watching.